Hi, moms and dads. Today I am starting the first of my promissory sessions, which I said I would do in the previous video. Now, yesterday I saw a parent, skipping home with his child, his daughter. This was somewhere around 5 in the evening. And it reminded me of someone, one of my friends, a colleague from bar school. Let's call him Mr. Smiley. So, Mr. Smiley is a very jovial, charming, and witty character. And I hope that I will be able to represent that in, um, in this piece that I'm about to do. So, remember that these sessions are in relation to a favor, which I asked my friends to help me with. And I will try very hard to stick to the original script. And although I said I won't give away too much information, probably you'll be able to catch what the favor was by the time I'm done with all of the sessions. So here we go. The piece is entitled My Experience with the Law Degree and How I Truly Feel About It. So I wanted to get his personal story about his interaction with law from the beginning right up until where we are now. So it starts. I wish I'd been better informed about what it is really like to obtain a law degree. All I knew, just like most of my peers, was that when you are good in social science subjects such as history and religious education, then you are better placed to doing law and obtain the degree paper with ease. I thought I would cope well with the course, having performed well in history at secondary school. And boy was I wrong. I can go with you on this one, Mr. Smiley. The thing is, I think for myself, I probably did a SWOT analysis of some sort, and I came to something more of arts than science, although I think I would have made a really good mad scientist by now. Life took me to the same route. So I think there's definitely a misconception there. It doesn't mean that if you do well in literature, history, and those types of subjects, what are considered soft subjects by some people, then you're going to excel at law. It's actually not the case. It really just depends. So the first year of law school is a hustle. Imagine you were among the top grading guy, you are one of the top students at secondary school where you're coming from, and then suddenly you find yourself competing against 400 other students who are also every bit as smart as you. You try to read the first assignment for your course and you don't understand a word and the phrases used. I can relate with this one. You get to uni and you find everybody is a brainiac. So there's really nothing special about you. And now you need to study yourself and to really master yourself and find out what makes you stand out. My first assignment was it was a case summary, Grindle versus Grindle, and I think I got something like 63 the first few assignments 63, 56. And because I felt so bad about that, I really pushed myself to work hard for assignments. And throughout the remainder of my course, I did really well with assignments. So I trained myself to be a researcher and I performed very well with the research. Exam taking is not I wouldn't say it's not my strength, but I'm better with the coursework, with assignments. And I liked my EDD assignment. So this is English for law, and it was an assignment on why same sex legislation should be allowed. So very controversial, very interesting, and it actually cemented my decision, I think, to stay in law school. So it goes on, and he says, initially I was very upset at struggling to achieve only 60% grading as opposed to over 90%, which I was used to at secondary school. The question that used to race through my mind was, am I so I'm not going to use the word that's here. Okay, it says, am I so dull as to getting these grades? So questioning your intelligence. At times, I would question my choice of pursuing a law degree, especially when my motivational level became low and the mountain of cases to read became high. It is quite overwhelming. Basically, you need to remember a lot of things and you need to be prepared to sit down and learn cases and, at the very least, structure the key clauses of the relevant legislation. And that was quite intense. Yeah, I think I didn't have really an issue with the cases, but legislation is something that later on I interacted with. We were encouraged to work with the legislation, but this was in fourth year where I, particularly for myself, I did take the steps. I focused more on cases before, so guilty of that. And where it says I would question my choice, I think in my second year is when I questioned the law degree. I found out that certain things that we learned, the principles don't actually apply in real life. Yeah, there was some issue we were having to deal with as a family, and I suggested something I had learned in land law. And when my dad, I think he inquired from somebody who was of course, at what is this called? Somebody who was licensed. They were told, well, this we learn it in school, but we don't actually use it. So that was quite disappointing. Anyway, Mr. Smiley goes on further. In my 4 years of learning the law, I learned one thing, that the effort and time you put into learning diverse laws, the more you learn and get hold of the course. The more you learn, you get a firmer hold on the course. However, that does not make you a good lawyer or guarantee you to become one. It is true how the saying goes, that a good lawyer is one who knows where to find the law. The moment I realized this, I changed my approach to learning the law. I think a good lawyer is somebody who knows the judge in practice. I'm not saying anything about judges, but sometimes it can be tricky. Okay, let me just retract that statement. I don't know what I'm saying. I heard it from somebody who goes to court. So he concludes and he says, indeed, the law degree has its own ups and downs. However, if you're interested in the course and able to motivate yourself to work sensible hours, then there are definitely more positives. And it is a fantastic course to study, and let alone rewarding in both monetary and prestige. Absolutely. Law is a respected profession, and if you keep at it, whatever you invested will definitely come back tenfold. So this concludes Mr. Smiley's favor to me. I hope I have represented him well. This was his story. So, moms and dads, I know you're up late with your little baby. Today, I'm not with Baby Q. I'm actually having a break in between work, and I just thought I'll take a few minutes. You're probably listening to this in the evening, and I hope you are keeping safe with your little person or persons. Have a good night and catch you tomorrow with the next story. Thanks.